Good morning, everyone.
Today we are in Hanoi, Vietnam, and we are going to take you in a little DIY free walking tour.
All right, so we've made it down here to the more center area of Hanoi. We're staying in the old city, but it kind of spreads out a little bit more by like the lakes and the pagodas and stuff. So that's where we've come to find some breakfast.
Okay, so we've come to the Note Coffee. It is very close to the No Hiem Lake, which is a pretty popular kind of sightseeing lake here in Hanoi. But the idea of the Note Coffee is that you get these little sticky notes and you can write a message and then stick it on the wall wherever you'd like. So we're gonna write a little message, and then if any of you are here, we'll show you where we put it so you can check it out. Okay, this place is super cool. There's literally notes everywhere. The walls are plastered, tables are plastered, everything is full of notes. Lots of them are inspirational, funny, some are like personal, so they're very cool. You gotta come and just like read some notes and have a coffee. It's definitely worth it. Also, you can come try and find our notes, which will show you where we put them, but we won't tell you what we said.
We are currently on the top floor that is accessible to the public, and we are putting it right above the stairs. So if you're here, look for it right above the stairs. Should we do it here?
Yeah.
Hopefully it won't be covered up by the time that you get here. I tried to put it as high as I possibly could, but I think it's a great spot. So we have made it to the Sun Temple, which is the temple that is floating on the lake here in Hanoi. Super close to our No Cafe. We've only been walking for like 5 minutes, which is awesome. It looks like you have to pay to then get on the bridge to go across and visit it. So I think we're gonna check out to see how much that is, because we can't really get a good look of like the actual pagoda and the temple that's on that little small island. So I think that would be really cool to see. I don't know, we'll see the price and we'll report back. It looks like it's 30,000 Vietnamese dong per person, which is like just over $1 per person. So we're gonna go do it.
Thank you.
Come on. I got a stylish little nightgown here to get into the temple. Completely forgot to have long sleeves and stuff below my knees, but so far, like, on our whole trip in Southeast Asia, there's always been something that could be provided, which is really nice because then I don't have to wear hotter clothes than I want to wear, but then I can still go and see all of the temples and all the like ritual and religious stuff. Okay, so there was no videoing or photography or anything like that, but we did just go in the temple here on the island, and it is beautiful.
Yeah.
It was really cool. There's people that were praying there. Of course, there was lots of tour groups as well, so you kind of shuffled through them. There was a person writing calligraphy on a scroll, which was really cool. Yeah, it's been really nice. It's really peaceful here on this little island. Very busy with tourists though.
Yeah, a lot of tourists. I also just want to say, like, the gold act like big pieces with the like attention to detail, and like the different carvings and animals and stuff inside the gold pieces are just so beautiful. Like, it's, yeah, nothing like anything I've ever seen.
Yeah, very intricate carvings for sure.
Yeah, but we're gonna keep exploring.
I think I was spoiled with the weather in Tamcock because it is straight back to the high humidity and heat here, and I forgot a scrunchie, so my hair is down and I am just so uncomfortably hot right now. That cotton nightgown did not breathe that well. My back is sticky. I honestly don't think that took super long to walk around. I think we were maybe in and out in like 20 minutes. There was some displays. Yeah. You could walk around the temple, look at the nice views on the lake. Yeah, it was very beautiful in there, and like Robyn said, only 60,000 for the two of us to get in, so definitely worth it to kind of see things and
view Hanoi from a different part, because usually you're just kind of in the city looking up rather than on the lake looking out at it. So it was really cool to see Hanoi from that point of view.
But we are going to continue our DIY free walking tour here of Hanoi and head to the Imperial Citadel next.
I'd say we're getting pretty good at crossing the street, honestly. From our first day when we just stood and waited for people to stop, to now, we're just cutting in between traffic. Look at us go. Okay, we gotta cross this, possibly one of the busiest intersections in Hanoi. Oh my, now it's green. That was close.
Hello! Hello!
Ready?
Honey? Honey?
That somehow we didn't die or get hit by anything.
When you cross the street here in Hanoi, actually this is probably the busiest and most like chaotic kind of traffic that we've seen in all of Vietnam. Your head is like constantly on a swivel. If you think the traffic is just coming from one way, you are incorrect. They could come from any which direction. Even if you're on the sidewalk, there is scooters. So Graham and I have made it to the Imperial Citadel. We're not honestly totally sure what it is. It's 30,000 Vietnamese dong per person to get in. We have absolutely no idea what it includes. Like, we're trying to do a little bit of research to see if it's worth it to go in or not. Google's being a little bit vague of what is all included. There's also no signage of what's included. It looks like there's like an outdoor area that you can walk in, but I don't know. It's only 30,000 dong, which is like not even, or just over $1 per person. So I think we're gonna go check it out so that you can see if it's worth it or not.
We're in. Okay, so Robyn and I have been reading some of the boards that they have around just for a little bit more information. So we've learned a couple things. The Citadel is a UNESCO World Heritage protected site. We also learned that this was the headquarters for the North Vietnamese Army during the Vietnam War. It did say that lots of it's been destroyed, unfortunately, but there should be lots of above ground architectural sites, but also below ground sites to check out. So we're gonna go see what we can find.
So right now we are walking, from our understanding, we are walking the ancient pathway that went from the watchtower, so that tower with the Vietnamese flag on top of it, to the palace. I don't know if it's standing or if it's ruins, but this was that old pathway. So we just passed through the south gate, which was held apparently important rituals and stuff like that. And I think we are going to continue to see if we can find the palace or whatever's next. That exhibition was all about like Vietnamese and Chinese calligraphy and the language, and also they took exams right in front of the royal palace, and the setup was really cool. Each person had like their own like little tent, and the supervisors would sit on like really high chairs. Really unique. This area just keeps going. It's massive, first of all, but we walked to an area where there's like, it's just full of school kids, and as soon as we walked through those gates, we were absolutely swarmed and peppered with questions. They all wanted high fives and fist bumps, and they were asking like where we're from, if we're enjoying ourselves. So anyways, their teachers called them back, but I think we've actually finally reached the end of this Imperial Citadel complex. way bigger than we thought. There is way more to see, all about the history, but I think we are going to head back and head out to go to our next stop.
Okay, so our next stop on this little DIY walking tour is Ho Chi Minh's Mausoleum. Okay, so we've made it to the entrance. There's like a security checkpoint and everything, so there's no cameras allowed. So we're gonna put the camera away, explore, and then we'll give you an update when we're done.
Okay, so a couple of things. I was reading the signs and the regulations of how to get into Ho Chi Minh's Mausoleum, and it said you just need to dress appropriately. It said no short skirts, no like nightclub attire and stuff like that. It didn't say that you know, your shoulders had to be covered or your knees had to be covered, just being dressed appropriately. But as we tried to go in, the guard said that I wasn't allowed in, so I guess I'm not dressed appropriately, which kind of puts a wrench in things, because we were actually going to use that, because it's a massive area, walk through that area to then pop out on the other side to go to the lake. So because we couldn't get in, it was like a 40-minute walk from where we were to this pagoda, next pagoda that we're going to go. So we actually took a grab because it was just over $1. I think it was like 33,000 Vietnamese dong. So now we're at this next lake. Okay, so this place is completely free to get into, and it is absolutely stunning in here. The pagoda is like covered in like Buddhas, the red brick, and all of the towers, which I don't really know what they're for. Maybe they're like some kind of praying towers surrounding it. Just makes a beautiful picture, especially because it's on a really nice calm lake. And there's a whole bunch of trees making it like lush and everything. It's really cool. There was a sign on it saying that you need to cover your shoulders and cover your knees to be able to get in. I did see a lot of other people just walking in because there's no one kind of regulating who comes in or not, so I think it's more just like a trust thing. So Graham and I are just coming in really quickly to then leave because I forgot my shirt that I usually wear to cover my shoulders. I just didn't think of it today. I don't know why.
Okay, so we finished inside the pagoda temple area. It was absolutely stunning, but I think now we are going to go and find Banh Mi 25. We have heard it's some of the best banh mi here in Hanoi and in all of Vietnam actually, so we're gonna give it a try and see for ourselves.
Xin chào.
Oh, xin chào. Robyn and I have spent the last probably 10 minutes wandering around this neighborhood in circles because we're trying to find the banh mi place that's been highly recommended.
But also one of our favorite YouTubers, Karen Nate, went here, but that was like 7 years ago, and I'm literally watching their YouTube video right now to make sure we're in the best spot because they raved about it, and I want to go to the same spot that they went to.
Okay, it took us a little while, but I think we found it.
We're in the same spot that we thought it was in the first place.
Yeah, the exact place that we got dropped off by our grab. Looks like it's got a little bit of a facelift. It looks pretty fancy. It's got like neon lights and everything now.
And there's two locations, one across the street from another. So it's definitely expanded. It's not the on the street eating that we thought it was going to be, but we're still going to try it because it's supposed to be the best banh mi. Okay, we ordered, we got our number, and now it looks like maybe we try to find a spot to eat. There's like the location on this side is where you order, and then there's two locations where you can sit. It's completely full right now. So there's even people like standing and waiting for a seat to open, so maybe we'll just stand and wait for our food and then go eat it somewhere else. I'm not really sure. If something opens up, we'll sit down. If it doesn't, we'll head out.
Okay, so we've come back to our rooftop balcony area to try our Banh Mi 25. So I got the chicken cheese one. So yeah, it looks like there's all the classic stuff on here that there usually is. So we need to try. That is absolutely delicious. It's got some good like honey flavor because I think it's honey grilled chicken. There's chili sauce on it, so it's a little bit spicy. Bread's not too hard, so that's always nice. I don't know if I would rank it higher than the one in Tamcock though that we had, because that one was pretty hard to beat.
First of all, I want to comment that the view that we have up here is super cool to be above kind of the height of most of the buildings here in the old city. Anyways, the little tiny little area that they have with one table up here is an absolute greenhouse. There is no airflow, so I am super sweaty. I got the honey chicken with avocado. Graham got his with cheese. The Tamcock one holds a special place in my heart, so this has to be a pretty phenomenal banh mi to put itself above that. I definitely would say it is one of the better banh mi's that we've had, especially like kind of all throughout our trip. Definitely one of the best, but I still think Tamcock's is better.
Okay, so Robyn and I have had some downtime. We both took a shower. It got really hot this afternoon, so both of us were like pretty sweaty and needed a bit of a wardrobe change. So as you can probably tell, we're in completely different clothes than we were this morning. But now that we are all clean and fresh clothes, we are heading to a very special cafe.
Okay, so this cafe that we're going in, which also serves drinks, which is probably what we're gonna get because it is way too late for coffee for us, has nothing to do with the culture of Vietnam, nothing to do with the culture of Hanoi, but it is a Harry Potter themed cafe, and they have like alcoholic drinks that resemble like potions from the movie and stuff. It's all Harry Potter inspired. I am a huge Harry Potter fan. And Graham, I got him into it when we started dating and everything, so he's like a forced Harry Potter fan, but he loves it now. So we're gonna go check it out. I have very high expectations, so we'll see how it is.
Thank you.
Well, that was super cool. I wish they had more merch though, because I would have definitely bought some. But oh well. We stayed in there way too long. It is now like, I think it's like
past 8.
It's past 8. We're gonna find some street food on the way home.
I just want to say, as someone who's like, I'm not as big, I like Harry Potter, but I'm not as big of a Harry Potter fan as Robyn is. That was still such a cool experience to see like how much fun she was having, but also like just to hang out and have a drink. It was still a really like welcoming and comfortable cafe just to hang out and kill a few hours in. So even if you aren't a fan of Harry Potter, I'd suggest maybe watching a movie or two and then checking out that cafe, because it'll give you so much more appreciation for it. So as a mediocre fan of Harry Potter, definitely got to check it out. It's still really cool. Okay, we have come to Zo 26 for supper. We're currently sitting at a little table outside on the sidewalk, and I think we are gonna place our order here soon and get some street food. I think yesterday's bun cha was better than this bun cha, but honestly, they're both delicious, so.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying my meal right now. But I saw a lady walking around trying to sell a shirt that I thought was really funny, and I wanted to share it with you because we didn't get it on camera. It was Vietnam traffic light laws, and it had traffic lights, and it was like green is you can go, yellow is you can go, and red is you can still go. Which like perfectly describes the traffic in Hanoi.
So much sense.
The craziest traffic, I know we've said it in this vlog, but honestly the craziest traffic we've ever seen. Like, there's sidewalks, but the sidewalks are taken up by the shops or
the
restaurants or
cafes where we're sitting right now.
And if they're not, then they're fully full of like motorbikes and scooters that are parked on the side, so you're like constantly weaving onto the sidewalk, off of the sidewalk, in with the traffic, out from the traffic. Scooters are coming on the sidewalks. Like, it's just like your head is constantly turning as soon as you're walking, and it's just, I'm very glad that this wasn't our first stop on the trip, because I don't think Graham and I would be able to walk across the street. Like, at least we're a little bit more comfortable. comfortable
screwed.
doing that. I mean, I love it. I do.
It's
like,
so funny.
It's so funny, and it's so just unlike anything at home.
Yeah.
That I just like watching and experiencing it. But
Yeah.
I just thought I'd share that with you.
Okay, we have made it back to our hotel. I think we had a really good day with a lot of walking.
Oh, we did so much walking today. I know we said it was like our DIY free walking tour. Technically, it wasn't free because we paid to get in things, and technically we took 2 grabs. So I would phrase it as a budget-friendly way to see Hanoi.
We saw a lot of the main things and places here in Hanoi that are like kind of the big ones to check off. So
Yeah, well, I mean, we still have so much to see, so thank goodness we have. I feel like you need at least 2 full days here
Yeah.
in Hanoi. 2 very full
yeah,
days, which is kind of what we've done to ourselves. So tomorrow's going to be another crazy busy day with probably a lot of walking because we
Definitely.
have a lot more sites that we want to see in the Hanoi area.
but we hope you enjoyed this video and our DIY budget-friendly walking tour of the top things to see in Hanoi.
And we will see you in our next video. Bye-bye!
Our next stop is walking the is Ho Chi Minh's Mausoleum.
Mausoleum.
Anyway,
Get out of here. No, I'm using this.
hey.